So I grew up in Northwest London, born and bred there, 24 years, so that's my kind of background. Yeah. So college, I did the foundation in art and design, which led me to go into university to do bachelor's in illustration. I think just life experiences kind of influenced me to kind of do what I do as an artist and as an illustrator. Last kind of 2 years or so, just been trying to build on my social media platforms, trying to work on my website, trying to obviously get a bit more consistent with kind of showcasing my work on my Instagram, Facebook, just tweeting about what I'm up to on this day and things like that. So that's kind of how I'm trying to put myself out there. Granted, I'm not as consistent as I'd like to be, but I'm working towards getting that a lot better and pushing that forward and making it so it's a lot more consistent. I say I do a bit of everything, but my main things at the moment, I do like paper cut art. So basically I get a sheet of paper and I'll cut shapes and texts out to make like a figure. Also I'm quite into like kind of creating character designs in manga style kind of illustration. So I suppose I'm kind of combining that, but I do dabble into like digital work, typography, painting, things like that. So mainly Photoshop and Illustrator are the kind of the main digital programs that I use. It's hard to name because there's quite a lot of art stuff on Instagram. Just a quick one to put out there. Marcus Prime will be one of my top favourite artists right now. The type of stuff he does with the manga, the like, females, and yeah, he's kind of my buzz at the moment, I'd say. I feel like a lot more recently it will be something I might see on social media, or it might be I might have had like a discussion with someone about just like really random subjects, and then it will spur me to kind of think, let me write like some words down, and then it will kind of make me, then I'll start looking for like reference imaging to kind of draw upon, and then I kind of start to work upon the piece and plan it and create it. The thing that I'm trying to do is with the paper cut work that I do now, granted when I first started out it wasn't great. The very first one I remember doing, it was like all weird shapes and it didn't look right until I started like looking at the figures and then kind of practicing getting the lines a bit thinner, a bit more refined, a bit more detailed, so they looked a bit more realistic. So I'm kind of working towards doing that, but also trying to put in the kind of manga style illustration into it, to make it again look a bit more realistic. So it's just kind of practicing craft every day to improve on it. Last year I did a series of 5 paper cuts which I'm actually trying to get to exhibit in the gallery. So I did like 5 small paper cuts and then I did them on larger canvases. So that project is still kind of on the works. Basically the title of the project is called Blossom, and it's basically about featuring illustration, body art, like paper craft and like origami into like one event. I just say just go for it, go for your passion. If you feel like it's something you want to do, you should just go and do it. I feel like especially in where we're living now, being an artist it comes with many challenges. There's a lot of competition in particular fields, so it makes it hard for you to be able to work with people in some kind of capacity. But I said if you have the passion for it, if you have the drive for it, and especially if you have the support, then don't be afraid to kind of go out there, follow your artistic dreams. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing if I didn't have my family supporting me. Even though they're very fearful, they're more kind of thinking there's more security in the academic kind of side things, and you should be an accountant, you should be a lawyer, you should do this, nursing. But at the same time, you can't let that stop you from doing what you want to do. So if you feel like art is the thing that you want to do, then go for it. Be passionate about it, and get people on your side with that passion.